Hello, welcome in, welcome in. I'm Sarah with DIY with Crafty Sarah, and this is my segment of Craft Round the Clock. Sarah with DIY with Crafty Sarah, and this is my checking to make sure. And then I will make sure that Tracy gets us in. We're going to paint a little spring. Should be a door round, but it's not going to be a door round because it's way too small. So I cut it out this morning and I'm like, ugh, that's way too small. I'm going to grab an angle brush real quick while I'm here and everybody's not here yet. And we'll see, get Tracy to... Oh, there we are. I'm in. I'm in. So, okay. So I'm going to paint this first with this brown. Then if we have time, we're going to do, I have a carrot. Cute carrots that we can do. So I am going to, actually, I don't know why I'm painting this on because I'm going to use a wipe. So I'm just going to spread it around, I guess. And then we will wipe it off with a wipe, with a wet wipe. So it's kind of like a stain, but it's not. So what I think I'm going to do with this, you guys, is I think I'm going to put it in a wreath because it's small. I don't even know how small it is, but I'm like, holy moly. So I'm going to take this off of here and just set it there. I'm going to move my little umbrella over here. Let me measure that. I mean, I'm telling you, I think it's like 8 inches. It's exactly 8 inches. That's like nothing. So that'll go on some kind of a, that'll have to go on some kind of a wreath or something because it's just too small. Too small to be by itself, I feel like. So I'm going to use a makeup sponge. And I'm just going to dab it here in the middle. And we're going to do the umbrella in this turquoise. This color is from... it's Whispering Turquoise, and it's from Americana, what the heck? I can't think of the brand. Deco Art, let me grab one. Deco Art Americana is the brand. It's this brand. Deco Art Americana. Hi, Cynthia. I better look here. Oh. Who's ready for spring? Me. I see my naked ladies are coming through. My hyacinth is coming through. My tulips are up. My daylilies are up. But you guys, it's too early. Way too early. I've never really tried to. I see some people are like, hi Deb. Some people are are painting with sponges, like with kitchen sponges. Not sure about that. Oh God, I'm so ready for spring. I'm over this. And I can't, I mean, seriously, we have had minimal. I told my husband the other day we were coming home from going out for dinner. Well, we went to our granddaughter's volleyball. She's in club ball. And you guys, that lasted all day on Sunday. And we went to eat when we got done. And we didn't even stay for the whole thing. So, and we left at like, oh my gosh. Probably, hi Janet, how are you? We left at probably 6, and it went on until probably 9. It's crazy. But I was talking to him on the way home, and I said, I don't even think I scooped snow one time this year. I scooped it one time, and it was so light and airy that I scooped our whole driveway, and I scooped our sidewalks, and it was nothing. And he's like, yeah, we had a little bit of snow other times, but, so it's kind of scary, actually. Because you need, hey, Tracy, Connie. Yep, I'm on early today. I'm in a group, Connie, called Craft Round the Clock, R-O-U-N-D, not around, it's just round the clock. And so we sign up for different times, and this was available today, so I snagged it. Sometimes I think I need to go on different times just to see if your watchability is better, you know, you get more people or what. But tomorrow is my busy day. I'll probably be live tomorrow night. I should look and see if I think there was one available, and it was at 9 o'clock. I don't love the 9 o'clock. I used to always go live at 9 o'clock. When I started, that's what time I went live, was 9 o'clock. But then I just felt like it got so late that my drippy nose again. Oop, I stuck my paper towel in water. It's like you get on live and your nose just starts running. And my allergies are terrible today. My eyes are itchy. I told my husband at noontime today, I'm like, oh man, my eyes are itchy. Yep. So I don't know about tomorrow. Let's see, what am I looking for? I'm looking for another sponge and get a little bit, I want darker. I'm going to do my hello. So this is a kit that I cut out, but you guys, the next size I made up was bigger. So I just thought, okay, I'll just paint this one on my live today, and then I will put it in a wreath. This would be cute, like for a nursing home door. It's like that big. But for your door, I feel like you wouldn't even see it on the door. So I upped it. And mine is, my laser can only go, hi Lori, I'm good. Can only go 12 wide, but 20 inches, 12 deep, 20 inches wide. So I made it as big as I could make it. I'm going to get that dry and make that just be a little bit more. Get that dry. I guess it can have a little bit of variegation in it. Would not be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, tomorrow I go to my class luncheon. I think we have 15 people that are going to show up for that tomorrow. And then I have to leave. We do it at 11:30, and I have to leave by 1 o'clock because I have a mammogram at 1 o'clock. Yippee, said nobody ever. Nobody says yippee to that. Just going to put another coat of this on. Hi, Chris. But, you know, it's one of those things you need to get done. It's not torture. I don't want to have breast cancer, so I'm going to go ahead and get my mammogram. If I have time tonight, I'm going to make some lemon bread and some banana bread and take it to my dad tomorrow. He likes when I bring baked goods. Because he could cook, but he doesn't bake. So I take those little loaves. You know, I bought one of those silicone bread little loaf pans. And I just make small loaves, and I take them in freezer bags, and he can freeze them then and pull them out, like one at a time. He is 87 and lives by himself, and really shows no signs of not living by himself yet. I keep telling him, you know, whenever you're ready, just let us know. But he just kind of lives in his house, in his upstairs. He's got a basement, but he doesn't need the basement. His computer's down there, but I don't even think he goes for his computer anymore. I think that I don't think he does that anymore at all. So I'm going to just let these dry, you guys, and then I just snip off the ends. So I'm going to do, well, my hello and my spring are in white. And white is kind of a poopy color in laser world, because around the edges of your laser cuts you have scorching, and that turns kind of a poopy brown. So it really takes several coats. So I use one of these kind of things. I feel like it puts more paint on at a time. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's any better or any worse, but we're going to go with it. So I do have a grapevine wreath, and I snagged a bunch of tulips at Michael's when I was there last week. So I'm going to make a wreath with a bunch of tulips. But I want some cute ribbon. I told you guys last night, I have like 500 rolls of ribbon. I should just count my ribbon for the fun of it sometime. The only person I see that has more ribbon than me is Ronnie. And she's got that whole back area just covered in ribbon. I'm not sure what she does. Does she do wreaths? She's a crafter, but I'm not really, and I watched her craft, but I'm not sure that I watched her craft wreaths. So I don't know. Ronnie's Chaotic Crafting, I think is what she's called. Yeah, see, this is drying and it's already starting to look poopy. I'm just going to, this you kind of have to be careful with, because these are just barely hooked together. That umbrella is just barely hooked together right here. So it's kind of a little sketch. And of course I don't have the ribbon that I want. I have ribbon I could use. Not going to lie about that. I do. But it's not cute. Just saying. It's not what I'm thinking I need. We always want what we don't have, don't we? FOMO. Okay, I'm going to leave those. And I'm going to move on over to my tulips. And these bottoms get green and the leaves get green, but the flowers are up here. So I think I want to do some Hauser light green to start, and then I might want to put some of the sour apple on them just a little bit. We'll see here. So it isn't going to matter if you get it up on your tulips because you're not going to see it anyway. I think I'm going to be glad I put that carrot project out because you guys, these kits don't take very long to paint. Yeah, if you guys put notify, I feel like you have to do it on a live. Am I correct with that? Maybe somebody knows. To be alerted of someone going live. I mean, that you need to put the exclamation point notify during a live, and then from that point on, you will get notified. But I know that Facebook isn't very good about notifying too, so there's that. Did you get notified today, Lori? You guys, I ran my microphone through the wash again the other night. So I ended up throwing away 2 of them because I don't think they're charging. I kept them, but I'm gonna check on them again just to be sure. But I don't think they're charging. I go pull laundry out and then I'm like, oh my gosh. And my little fur ball will be soaking wet. And then I completely lost the magnet that hooks to them. I have one under here somewhere under the ground, and then I have some that my washing machine ate it. It is not in my washing machine. I even kind of went up and around the edges and stuff. I look in my dryer because I felt like one time it like magnetized to the side of my dryer. Yeah, I'm a goofball. So I thought to myself, if I put it on my apron, I'll take an apron off and it will go off. And even if I don't put it on the charger, at least I'm not running it through the wash. There's that. Good Lord. So I bought another set, which I did that a long time ago, but it's like, what a nut. What a nut. Hi, Heather. Yeah, you did get it. So, yeah. Now, whether or not you have to do it on the live, I don't know. But I feel like someone told me that once. But I feel like we tested it once, and it wasn't necessarily true. So, we'll see. So I'm just going to call that good. It's going to have to be what it's going to be. Now, I'm going to stick some of this apple green. Just going to put a little, it's hard to get just a little with your honey bottles. And then I'm going to grab, after I cut these down, you guys, they get smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm just going to grab and just kind of going to go over those like just a little bit. So it just kind of looks a little bit different. Has a little variegation. That type. And I can put all of this back into my containers, and I do usually. So pink, purple, and yellow. And actually yellow, I feel like will take a couple coats. And I'm using a bright yellow, and it's called bright yellow. Used to be able to get these paints at Hobby Lobby. Can't get them there anymore. Well, there's actually a few bottles of it at my Hobby Lobby, and they are, but you know, I mean, they're down to what? So they're down to right before they're going to mark them down to giveaway. is where they're at. So make sure this is shook up like it should be. Maybe it would cover better if it was. And maybe it won't. This was my cute little, and you can't see it, what we made last night on my live. It says, the greatest gift of Easter is hope. Oh, you can see it. I didn't think you could. I couldn't see it, so I didn't think you could see it. That turned out really cute. And that's a Chocateur transfer. And I actually was going to put a cart link in my description of it, and I never got around to that, so I can do that today. But I thought that was pretty good. I like that one. So I'm going to use Purple Cow for my lavender, or purple, or whatever. I don't know if you guys know, which I know that you probably do. I mean, my people might not know her, but the crafting world knows Doodle Denise and Roger. And hi, Cynthia. Hi, Sherry. Our dear friend Denise, her husband's sister-in-law passed away, only 50 years old, you guys. And her son, and it was very unexpectedly, her son went in and found her non-responsive, and they tried everything. But what they figured out was that she'd had a massive heart attack, and she didn't make it. So if you could say a prayer for Roger's family, Roger and Denise's family, that would be awesome. 50 years old. I have a son that's going to be 48 this month. Yeah, 48 this month. And I have a daughter-in-law that just turned 49 this month. So it's right in that age range. So yeah, that was, yeah, it's terrible. 50 years old. That's just too young. And then for her son to find her, my heart just breaks for him. We have so many people to pray for and to send good thoughts to. You know, when it's your kid's age, it kind of hits you a little bit. You're like, that one's not good. Not that any of them are, but 50. That one kind of hurts a little. Just kind of hits home, and that's scary. It's scary to think that, you know, that could happen. And you guys, it could happen to anybody. We don't ever know, do we? We don't ever know. We don't even know. You know what? I hate using yellow. I just think yellow is a crappy color. I mean, I love yellow, but it doesn't paint well. Maybe I should try a color under it before I do a color like that over it. I'm not sure. Does anybody know anything about yellows? Maybe I'll grab another color of a yellow, because that yellow is not doing what I want it to do, you guys. So I have Sunny Day, which is a little bit of a muted yellow, because I don't want it to be a golden yellow. Let's try this one and we'll just see. Really, this is probably the color that I would like, but again, wonder if I used a makeup sponge, if that would be better. Let's try that and see if that is any better. I use Americana Delta Art, Deco Art Americana. When I was in ceramics, I used Ceramcoat. I loved it. And I heard people say they didn't like it. They said it didn't cover and it didn't this and that. I'm like, I loved it. I never had any problem with Delta Ceramcoat. But they took that out of Hobby Lobby. And now they've taken this out of Hobby Lobby. It's like, leave us alone, Hobby Lobby. So, I don't know. And Apple Barrel, I've tried Apple Barrel back in the day, and it was crap. But people use it now, and they love it. So, I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but if it got better, not sure. Maybe. I'm telling you right now, when I used it back in the day, and I did a toll painting class, took a toll painting class, and we used Ceramcoat. We loved it. So I have a gazillion of those, and I ended up bringing them out here into my shop. Because my shop is probably, I don't know, you guys. I should step it off sometime. I want to say it's probably, I don't know if it's a square, 20 by 20. And it was my ceramic shop. And then I sold all my molds. I poured my own slip, poured my own ceramics, and sold the mold. Had thousands of molds, thousands, literally. And that's a hard job, pouring ceramic molds. But I poured my own ceramic and then fired it. So I had greenware and bisque. My garage is full of bisque right now. So the shelves that had my molds on it now are full of ceramic bisque that I would love to get rid of. Because I would like to move half of this crap out there so that I could have like normal shelving in here. Everything's just packed full, you guys, packed full. It's got a like clump of paint on it. I was going to see if I had one of my X-Acto knives, but I don't. Do not have one just like right here. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe. Score. So I want to go down and get these little creases so that they... Tulips are one of my favorite flowers. Actually, I love bulb flowers. But they're so short-lived, is the sad part. They don't stay long enough. You did? Oh, Jackie, we have more in common than we thought, huh? Yeah, oh yeah, I had mine from 1984 to, actually I had a flower shop, and I sold my flower shop, and in my flower shop was my ceramic shop. It was an old building. It had ceramics way in the back. And I had people come and sit, and we took classes. We did all of it. We did the whole 9 yards. What did I do with that angle brush that I brought out here? Oh, here it is. I'm going to grab a palette dish. So yeah, I taught ceramics for 40 years. I had it from actually I opened up my ceramic shop in my basement in 1984. And then when I bought the flower shop, I moved it downtown into the flower shop. And so I'm going to try and float some of this darker blue along the edge of this umbrella. So I had the ceramic shop in my floral shop in the back. It was separate. It was a separate place. You even could enter from the back. Then I sold the shop in 2008, and I actually bought the shop in 1990. So I had my basement shop from 85 to 90, moved the shop downtown, and that was awesome because it got out of my basement. Had it down there till 2008. Some girls walked in and wanted to buy my flower shop. And you guys, I live in a town of 900 people, so that was like, okay, it's yours. So we gave them a price and they bought it. But they didn't want the ceramics, and I wasn't selling the ceramics. Not gonna lie. I wasn't selling the ceramics. So I put it into storage for 3 years. And in 2010, well, 2 years, 2010, we built our garage. And on the back side of the garage, separate entrance, was my ceramic shop. So I did that till I bought my, and then I sold my, a couple years ago, I sold my molds to a gal. I'm in Nebraska, sold them to her here in Nebraska. She's about an hour away, and I don't think she's done a thing with them since she bought them. But they're out of my hair. But all that bisque is in my garage. And I want it gone. But you guys, I have a lot of time and money invested in that bisque. So I can't just, my husband's like, you need to get rid of that. And I'm like, I can't just throw it away. Sorry, but that is not going to happen. I can't do that. So I've been trying to sell it. And I haven't really been aggressive about selling it. Because I have some of the newer things, you know. Now, I did keep 2 nativity set molds. And I kept the big Christmas tree mold. And the branches that go with it. Because my kids want some Christmas trees. But I poured Christmas trees this year and got ready to fire, and my oven crapped out on me. So now I'm looking for a good used oven. So we'll see if I find it. I've been looking and looking. And actually, I got a hold of the gal that I sold my molds to, because she, I think, has like 5. And she said she thought she had something that would fit the bill for me, but she's never gotten back to me. And I would trade her my bisque for that. So this is going to be kind of, you got to get your umbrella down to the end, but you want to have like some areas there separate. And I would shade these tulips, but you guys, they're going to get the spring letters written, going to get put right on them anyway. So it's not really going to make that much difference because you're really not going to see that much of them. I loved ceramics. Not going to lie. I loved it. But it had its time for me, and that time is over. As a matter of fact, I have a nativity set here that I need to paint for somebody. She wants me to paint it. And oh, come on. It's got to fit in there. There we go. Okay, that one goes there. Let's glue that down. And I've had it for 2 years to paint, and I was going to get it done. And then this year, my son, with his heart issues, was in the hospital right during the Christmas time. Oh man, Jackie, I wish I had that oven. I had the outlets for it. I kept one of mine and got rid of one of mine, and the one I got rid of was in crappy shape. But it worked, and I ended up throwing it away. It was the first oven that I ever bought, and I literally threw it away in the garbage. And now I wish I would have kept it because it worked. It looked like hell, but it worked. It had firing bricks, you know, that it had overfired once, so it had firing bricks that were yuck, but it looked terrible, but it worked. And this one I have looks great, but it doesn't work. Because I still want to fire. I still want to fire. I still want to pour a couple of things. Like I said, I kept those nativities. I have things that I want to fire. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, this surely fits the whole way. You guys, it might take us the 45 minutes. Go figure. So these kind of look funny because they go in the middle and they have like a section out of them, but it's where the other tulip comes into them. I'm going to take a drink real quick. So my shop is open to painters. I have enough room to seat 10 people. What in the heck? Does it need to come over? Must. Scoot over there, sister. If I move all my crap. Oh, you know how it goes. You know how it goes in the crafting world. We have our stuff sitting everywhere. That one does not go there. That one must go there. It's funny how they fit or they don't. I wonder if that one is. be fine. Maybe that yellow one went over here. Holy moly. That's why I love this glue, not gonna lie. If I was using Stick Fast, I would be screwed. So screwed. Nope, I don't think that one does go there. Nope. Once you stick with Stick Fast, you're down. It's down. But this way, it sticks really well, but it still gives you a minute, gives you a few minutes to mess around with it. I might have to paint that one around the edge. Do I have these right? Oh my gosh, you guys, that goes there. Should have placed them when they were. There you go. That's where we need to be. Okay. And then the letters. So you could do polka dots on your letters. You could color your letters. S, P, R. Isn't this cute though? But way too small. Way too small. But it would be good, like on a nursing home door, or like I said, I think I'm going to put it in a wreath. And I think it'll be cute, added to a wreath. Hi, Keffany. It is glitter glue. Yeah, I'm telling you. Art glitter glue. It sticks like cement, but it gives you some minutes to change your mind if you screw up. And you guys, I screw up every time. Every time. I swear. But once it sets, it sets. It's good to go. Yeah, I think it'd be cute in a wreath. It's too small to be by itself. It's just too small. And when I cut it out, I didn't really know that. And so the next one I cut out, you guys, is 12. So if you wanted this one, you could get this one for $10, all the pieces, and I'll ship it to you for no shipping. $10. It probably cost me $5 to ship it. But I think it turned out cute. So we've got like 3 minutes, so I'm not going to start something new. And I should show you what I was thinking. So I bought these tulips at Michael's, and I'm going to put them all around this wreath. And I think that I could finagle that so that that could go on the side. Don't you think that'd be cute? You know, or you could finagle it. Whoop, my R is coming off. You could finagle it into anywhere. You just have to put your hooks on the back and hook it onto your wreath. Yeah, I think it would be cute as can be on a wreath. But this one I was just going to go tulips all the way around. And I may end up doing that too. And then doing this with something else. But that turned out cute. It'd be cute, like I said, it'd be cute on a nursing home door. It'd be cute, you know, hanging up in your house somewhere, but not on your door. It's not big enough for a door. Thanks, Sherry. Fixing supper. Is it your supper time already? I threw a ham in the oven. I'm being lazy. I threw a ham in the oven, and that's what it's going to be. Oh, Jackie got divorced. Well, I got divorced too, but I opened up mine after my divorce. Mine came after my divorce. I didn't have to close it because of my divorce. So anyway, there you go, guys. I think that turned out cute. But like I said, it's so dinky. But I think it'd be perfect for a wreath. Yeah, it's got to be. It's way too small. So I need to hook something on the back, get those little hooks, and hook. Then I could wire it onto a wreath. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you all so much for coming in. I'm going to take off my microphone and plug it in so I don't wash it, which I don't think I would because of my, because it's on my apron. But you have a great rest of your day, guys. I appreciate you all. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.